Hello, friends. Is anyone else so excited? Oh my goodness. Okay, this is week 8 of the Greatest Gift Quilt-Along, and we are putting it all together. Whew. My name is Jennifer Long from Be So Inspired, Turning Sew a Story, and so excited that you are here today for this culmination of all of our work over the last 2 months. So a little bit before we begin is I want to thank Riley Blake Designs. I want to thank Riley Blake Designs really from my heart for licensing this fabric collection, licensing Silent Night, for allowing this story to be heard on such a level and shared with and sewn together. So that is a huge gratitude. Second of all, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being here, for sewing along with us. And I really want to thank all of the shops, large, small, medium, online, local, brick and mortar, all of the shops. I want to thank you from my heart for carrying our fabrics. It means so much to me personally, but it means so much to the vision of sharing early childhood education, early literacy, and expressing ourselves through fabric and stories. So thank you from my heart for that all. Okay, are you ready? Okay, here we go. So the big reveal, putting it all together. So when working through this pattern and you've done all of the rows, congratulations. Big pat on the back for you for all of that. I don't have my page open here. We are on the last 2 pages of the patterns, page 50. And I don't have it hanging here. I have it in my arms. So really, there's not a lot of sashing. You are welcome. I don't really love sashing. I love how it looks. I don't really love sewing it after I've done all of the work. So there is one row here, and then there's one other row, the green row right here, just to kind of give some offset here. Otherwise, you just sew your rows together and have a lot of fun. I'm going to share my pantograph that I use. I know I've gotten some questions, actually quite a few questions already about it. So I am, full disclosure, not an amazing long armer by any stretch of the imagination. I do have a long arm in my studio here because, putting through so many quilts, and I do edge to edge. So I love supporting businesses and local artists and designs that design the pantographs that I use for edge to edge. So if you ever know or want me to share or try one of your pantographs, I'm so happy to do that. But this one I purchased, and it's called Midnight Sparkle, and it's by Kristen Hofstetter. So I'll just hold it up for a minute so you can see it. Now, one thing, it's called Midnight Sparkle. One thing about how I like to quilt pantographs is really, really like it dense and tight. Now, not everybody likes that. So if you don't like a lot of dense quilting, then this is probably not the right panto for you. But I actually even downsize this from what is shown at actual scale, or when it comes in at actual scale. I've actually made it smaller as well. I don't have a huge throat space either on my long arm quilt. So it's going to be hard to see because of the fact, it's actually easy to see. So you can see I've used a cream color, and that's because I didn't really want to see it a lot, especially on the nativity here. I didn't want to see it. I just wanted the texture of it here. But so on the dark, you can see it quite well, actually. So, isn't that beautiful? And it looks so good. It looks so good on that Star and Sky row. And then I'm just going to kind of show you each row and how it kind of plays with the rows. And just so in case you're wondering for when your next steps for quilting here. So you can kind of see up close there. And then I'll just hold up the camel roll. The camel roll row will look very similar to how that top row looks there. And it still has a really 20 like cotton polyester, but a really, really thin one in here. I like my quilts really thin. mostly because if I'm traveling with them or I have such quantity, then I don't want a lot of bulk. But definitely, like, batting is a preference for sure. So I'd love to hear what kind of batting you love to use the most. Um, and and then I love a really dense quilt. But even in the density of this quilt, you can see that it still like drapes really, really great and like really nice. And I can, like, carry it in all the ways. So um, yeah, so that, I know, like, so I'm really happy with how that turned out, even with how dense the quilting is on it. So again, I am not a professional long armor by any stretch. So if you are, would love to, if you share your tips and tricks with us also here or in the Facebook group. Thank you so much for being here. Uh, I'm just so grateful for it. I cannot wait to see. I'm so excited to see all of these quilts come up all over social media. Please tag me. Maybe we'll have to do like a share. If you tag me on Instagram, I will definitely share in my stories. So please make sure you do that. You'll have to use the @ symbol. And right now I'm still at Be So Inspired. So if you tag at Be So Inspired, then I'll be able to see you and I'll be able to share it from there. If you're doing this later, I'm going to be changing the name. And I can get the URL on Instagram. I have the URL for everywhere else except for Instagram for Sew a Story. So working on it. Anyways, if you could help me in that department, that's great. It might be like Sew a Story Design on Instagram. We'll just see. That'll happen fully, just so that you are aware, in 2024. So we'll have everything switched over completely, but everything will still work and redirect. So both names will still work. Okay, this has been a pleasure. Thank you so very much for being here. And again, I can't wait to see you. If you're looking for something else, you had so much fun and you don't want this to end, my collection, Country Life, has also already hit shops. If you know a little bit about myself, I'll just explain a little bit quickly, is that I'm born and raised city girl, but moved out when I was 21 with my husband to the farm and been here for almost 23 years now. And we've had chickens and a pony, and we have we've raised 4 kids here. Our oldest is graduating this year. So they're all teens and preteens. And there's a felt panel that comes with that collection. Here's all my other fabrics. It's just a wonderful color palette. Let me just grab them for you here. It's a wonderful color palette. And again, it has a story in there. So it has the story of the farm in there. This is one of my very favorite prints. It's a bee with texture. On the hive, because we have lots of berries and things in our yard, and so we do need to have, I just love this collection so much. Actually, this might be my favorite print. This is Quilted Fields, so it looks like the fields. There's of course a tractor here. Full disclosure is so my oldest son wants to go into agriculture, and he actually drew this tractor for me. So that was really, really special to have that touch in here. And so we're going to have all kinds of support for this collection too. So there's a sew along for 2 quilts for Quilted Fields and for Eat the Rainbow in the New Year. So you can get healthy. That one's going to have lots of fun in it. And then there's also the sew along for the felt barn panel, which is a 3-in-1 panel. So still so much fun to happen. And I don't know if you've heard, but there's a couple more collections coming in 2024. So there's To Grandmother's House and there's Little Witch. Really, really exciting. And we're going to have lots of support and fun for all of those too. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you again soon. Stay connected. Bye for now.